Welcome after news on Galaxy this morning live, and we have a very special guest today with us. He is Vincenzo Alberto Annese. He is the head coach of Nepali football team, and he's already with us.
र अब उहाँलाई हामीले ल्याउँदैछौँ, प्रकट गराउँदैछौँ। त प्रकट गर्न अगाडि उहाँको बारेमा सानो इन्ट्रोडक्सन भिडियो हेरिहालौँ।
भिन्सेन्जो अल्बर्टो एनेस नेपाली राष्ट्रिय फुटबल टिमका प्रमुख प्रशिक्षक हुनुहुन्छ। सन् 1984 मा इटालीमा जन्मिएका भिन्सेन्जोले सन् 1999 मा भेनेजिया क्लबबाट औपचारिक खेल करियर सुरु गर्नु भएको हो। सन् 2010 बाट प्रशिक्षण करियर सुरु गरेका भिन्सेन्जोसँग UEFA प्रो लाइसेन्स प्रमाणपत्र छ। गत फागुनमा नेपाल आउनु अघि भिन्सेन्जोले लात्भिया, घाना, इन्डोनेसिया, भारत लगायत देशका 1 दर्जन बढी क्लबहरूमा प्रशिक्षण प्रदान गरिसक्नु भएको थियो। सन् 2020 पछि नेपालको नेतृत्व गर्ने पहिलो युरोपेली प्रशिक्षक तिनै भिन्सेन्जो अल्बर्टो एनेस आजको हाम्रो अतिथि हुनुहुन्छ।
हजुर, इन्ट्रो भिडियो तपाईँले हेरिहाल्नुभयो, भएको बारेमा थाहा भइहाल्यो होला। उहाँलाई स्वागत गरौँ। Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for inviting myself in this wonderful program this morning, and I hope to be at the high level for answer each question you have done.
No worries, Vincenzo. We'll get you started. Let's start with today you came very early to our show. Our show is very early. Are you an early morning riser, or today was an exception?
Yeah, no. I get up each morning in general about 6 o'clock.
Okay.
So my routine is very simple: breakfast in the morning and try to make the plans of training. So
okay.
My team in general, they will train early morning around 9 o'clock. So,
okay. Yeah. Including today?
Including today. So after show, I will run away and we'll go there to train them in our national stadium.
I just remember something about Italian football. Elizabeth Gilbert has written something about Italian football in her highly acclaimed book called Eat, Pray and Love, where she says in Italy, when a child is born, first they assign him a football club, him or her a football club, and later on you can change your name, you can change your surname, you can change your religion, you can change your nationality, but you can never change your football club. Is that true?
Totally true, totally true.
Which club you are born with?
Well, I love a lot Milan Football Club.
Okay.
But of course later on with the age about 25, 26, I sympathize and I love it also Inter Milan. Both of club, they come from Milan, both of club, they have amazing player. Most of all, I idealize some player, the way that I was playing. Some really amazing player like legend Maldini, Paolo Maldini, defender, and some skillful player like Ronaldo, phenomenal, the Brazilian one that was playing Inter. So that's why I love most of all. But in general, I born and love Milan Football Club.
You know, when you talk about footballers, we were in Nepal. There's a lot of Italian fans, especially when we were growing up. When you're like, for example, when I was a teenager, Schilacci, you know.
Toto Schilacci.
Oh, he was, for us, he was a legend, you know, the way he swerved and dribbled.
Yeah.
Very famous in the World Cup.
Yeah, it's one of South Italy player in Sicilia, come from Sicilia, and for us give an international view of football. They make us proud in many locations, in many games. But there is a lot of legend, like also Roberto Baggio.
So many Baggio.
I mean, Francesco Totti, Alex Del Piero. It's all kind of amazing legend that they go around the world, not only in Italy, and make our country proud about football. And as you say before, many times it's about the team. You born, you continue with the team, but many times also about the name. We give the name of the football player, legend. Example in Napoli, when come Diego Armando Maradona, and when they win the first Napoli Scudetto champion, every people they born, the name was Diego. So there is a lot of Diego in Napoli.
In that age group.
In this age, it is so. and it's very interesting to see how much football influence in Italy. It's everything for us, really.
We used to see a lot of youngsters with Roberto Baggio's hairstyle.
Hairstyle,
Yeah.
the point,
Here in Nepal
at one
also.
point.
Let us go back to what brings you to Nepal. Why did you take this challenge, and how are you feeling? It's been almost 6 months.
Yeah.
So-
Well, in Nepal, I feeling so well. First of all, because the people they are very educated and very sweet with me. I am so far only in Kathmandu, and in these 6 months, the experience with the Nepal national team. After 3 years in India, I decided to come to Nepal, especially for make my experience in national team more high, because I never take the job in an Asian country as a national team coach.
Okay.
So it's my first experience. So far in this short period, we have done three national tournaments in beginning when I come here in March, then SAF championship and one friendly game in Philippines. So far we have done so well, and we try to develop in the players and to put a new player, a new face in our national team. As everybody know, in Nepal, many of national players, many of players of A division, they go far. They go to Australia.
Yeah.
They have this link to go to Australia. So my job is also to recruit a new player for our national team, and we done well so far.
Okay.
We can see that there is nothing that negative point. Maybe some better result. In SAF championship, we face Kuwait, we face also India and Pakistan. We lost versus Kuwait and India, but we defeat Pakistan with a really young player, and I hope we can add till starting from the next international friendly game versus Myanmar. We will add for sure some new face in the team.
So isn't there like a challenge, because like you said, all our established players are going overseas. They're leaving, for good, which is very sad. Now, when you bring a new team, especially when the continuous international games going on and the tournaments coming, isn't there a huge challenge to actually build a team?
For sure, it is a challenge because, in international game, you need experienced player. You don't need all the time new player. So when you put even one player more, even as a substitution or as a starting 11, it's always challenge. And but till now, so far in Nepal we have really a lot of talent. Really a lot of talent. I can see that. I'm so happy for the way that the player, even they don't have enough experience, but they keep themselves fit and psychology are also ready for the international game. So far I noted this. I was surprised because really many players they have a short experience, but we have done so far well.
Football nowadays is not only about the skill and how you play in the field, but also to adapt to the strategy and calculation and the plan, certain plans, plan A, plan B, plan C, when to run, where to be on the right position, on the right time, and all mental calculation is also required along with physical skills nowadays. So how do you feel that our team, our players adapt to that?
No, I can see that the Nepal players, they are very smart enough and tactically disciplined. So when I say some Nepal player to play in this position, they will follow me 100%. And they will try to do the maximum that they can for improve my style of game. We can see that we can divide the play in tactically individual tactic and tactic of the team. And both of player both of kind of player they done so well in Nepal.
You said your style of game. What is your style?
Well, in these all years when I start my career, I try to push more player in an attacking phase because I want to achieve all the time the win. I believe that who score for first and then we can score more goal, be more attractive, be in attacking phase is more attractive also for my marketing as a curriculum. Be one coach that try to defend and maybe play to counter-attack doesn't work at all. Maybe you can win one game, but later on maybe you will face some difficult, especially because right now you face international coach with the same license with many experience. So we need to be attractive. I believe that in Nepal, the way that we are also as a physicality, because in Nepal football there are not so much physical player, so I believe a lot that we can more achieve in attacking phase than no in defensive phase. That's why I want my player going more forward. Doesn't matter the style, you can play 4-3-3, 3-5-2, but important that we attack with more people.
But yeah, I mean that's I was going to come to that. We're not very physical, and our players are not exactly all 6'4" or 6'3". So when we come to play with the other, maybe a bigger team with bigger physical players, attacking is one thing. I'm sure that's what you're pushing for. But defensively, if you are not physical, how can Nepal balance that?
Yeah, we suffer a bit in this. I will say the truth, and because at example in the last 6 games we take a 3 goal in set position. And this is make ourselves a bit not confidence when we have a free kick and corner kick. But we need to work on this. We have this menus. I believe in my player that can arrange a better strategy in the next 2 games. And about the physicality, we need to have one program during all years. That maybe the player they must follow this program. Because I believe when they go to play in the club, that can be NSL or I division team, they don't have a proper physical trainer. So I believe what they done with me, especially in the gym, or they done a good job also in physicality, in different way that they work in the club.
I believe your contract is only for 1 year,
Yeah.
the initial contract. 6 months already
Done.
gone. Do you think it works because you need a long-term strategy to develop a team? So isn't 1 year a very short time?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 1 year is a short time. I believe that with president, with the Football Federation, we will renew. Because so far, as I say, we have done a good job together. We have the same way. I think for each national team coach, only 1 year is not enough, for sure. Because especially for Nepal, that all time we need to face some change in the player. Because as I say before, many players they leave the country. So I believe we need more time. With this I will discuss with my football federation, but we are in the same way, I think. I am grateful to be in Nepal. So far I feel confidence, and I think we can do better and better.
I mean, but let's say you have 6 more months left, technically, as of this moment. Do you think if you were to have more time, you could develop a strategy for Nepal to be better, stronger, more efficient? Because again, 1 year might be a bit too short, is what we all are fans of Nepal football feel. Would you be like, for example, I'll put you to, if there's an opportunity to, let's say, increase yours to like 2 years or 3 years, would it be something you would consider for Nepal as a coach?
Sure. I would love to get this opportunity. Also to have one strategy and structure for the young generation, and not to start maybe only for the senior. Because maybe if you have a great power opportunity also to the size the young, by example, scheme system to play, the way to play with the young. Also I can develop in the senior one in a better way. But till now it's 1 year. I'm focused all the time in the result that can be in the next game that will be versus Myanmar. And I do the maximum that I can for developing the football in Nepal. And let's see what can be happen when I will meet the president. The GS will be maybe a great chance for renew the contract.
Vincenzo, we'll take a small break. हामी छोटो एउटा ब्रेक दिन्छौँ र नेपाली राष्ट्रिय क्रिकेट होइन फुटबल टोलीका प्रशिक्षक हामीहरू फेरि कुरा गर्छौँ अहिलेलाई छोटो ब्रेक.
Goodwill Finance, financing for success since 1995.
Goodwill mai cha vishwas janata ko, Goodwill mai ho sathi safalta ko.
Goodwill Finance, financing for success since 1995.
Galaxy This Morning Live, co-sponsored. Goodwill Finance Limited, financing for success since 1995. Wellness partner, Tranquility Spa. Balance your body, mind and spirit.
हामी अहिले नेपाली राष्ट्रिय फुटबल टोलीका प्रमुख प्रशिक्षक श्री भिन्सेन्जो अल्बर्टो अनिजीसँग कुराकानी गरिरहेका छौँ. वेलकम ब्याक आफ्टर दिस ब्रेक. एन्ड what do you think are the areas which needs immediate improvement in Nepali football right now? Not only the players, but the overall infrastructure and fast role and everything, policy. What are the areas we need to improve immediately?
Well, so sure put new many physical coach around the school and many new academy for football. Many players they start to play football in Nepal so late, and then they want to be professional. They must be professional. When you learn the stop at the age of 3, 5, 6, 7, it's different that you in Italy. The son of my sister at the 5 years they can stop very well with right foot and left foot. Here in Nepal, maybe in some academy at the age of 10, they cannot do it. So it's we need to start this process more early as we can, and plus we need to have a more international coach in Nepal. I think me is only one UEFA Pro coach is in Nepal football. When example I make one comparison with India, that I was the last 3 years. There are all UEFA Pro coach in A division, all UEFA Pro coach in ISL, plus almost all UEFA Pro coach also in national team. So they have amount of new information for many of players. Every player get a lot of information with this coach. Every team have a international physical coach, match analysis coach, physiotherapy, proper physiotherapy. All this figure in Nepal miss it. So when we go to play maybe international game, they have only one reference point, that is me. So they don't used to speak about tactically with many of coach. They don't used to maybe doing some extra physical activity. This is can create a bit minus when you play international game. So I think we need more focus on academy and in the school more activity for developing the football around all Nepal, not only in Kathmandu.
How do you see we do have a Martyrs Memorial the tournament, you know, the league. You must have seen some of the games, so you must be aware of that.
Yeah.
What do you think? How do you think they are contributing to the overall football in Nepal, or is there more they could be doing?
Well, one day I invite all the coach to speak with me. They come only 4.
Oh.
So it's sometimes we need also to speak properly with the player and with the coach. Also, maybe we can work with them Because winning alone, never, no one coach winning alone. We need more coach involved in the project when we want to reach something. And I believe that if we have more, as I say, we have more international figure in the football, we will develop in the football more fast and more easy for everybody.
Recently, when Monty Desai came as a cricket coach, what he did was he introduced something called heavy dressing room, and that worked, and totally our game changed. So how is your dressing room?
Oh, my dressing room is so well. I mean, we spend a lot of time together. Right now we are basically in Tamil. After dinner we walk together in Tamil. I mean, we love to spend the time all together. We love to even talk, joke each other. It's not only football. And this is, I mean, for me it's important as Italian. For me, my dressing room in Italy is we stay more than 1 hour before to each training ground, before each training, before each game. So it's so important this to be part of family.
I mean, how confident are our players? I mean, like for example, I look at them play, you know, they are confident enough, but then again, with constant change of coaches, you know, I mean, nothing is sure, you know, for our players, you know. Even sometimes, you know, we have heard in the past, not now, in the past, the players not getting what they wanted, and that kind of things must be playing in their mind. So how are you talking to them? What are you telling them? What are you telling our players in Nepal?
No, well, for sure I try to motivate them. Many times, you know, in Nepal mind of a player, I think when they see one coach that ask them so much effort, maybe they will be like a bit. I mean, they will follow my strategy and 100%. Some player they will be really tired sometimes to listen me. So we need to try to find a balance to motivate the right time, the right place. I know that this communication, maybe if I say to everybody that you make one mistake with all group, maybe they get upset. But if I say individuality, okay, you mistake this, they accept more the criticism. I think that Nepal people that are smart enough and they are ready to listen me. I hope we can really fix a team that can play many times all together. And I hope they don't leave. That's true.
Okay, what we are seeing is the superstars of football, greatest players of footballs, they were discovered somewhere in a very least expected place, and within a short time they become big. Once a talent scout or a coach identifies them. So you have seen Nepali players. Who has impressed you most, and do you think there is any Nepali player who could go to that level if he or she gets that proper atmosphere or the environment or opportunity?
Well, till now in the male senior team, we have 3 international players. Kiran, our captain, they play in ISL in India. Then we have Roy Chan, is another player that stay more than 10 years in Indonesia, and then right now is only 3 weeks or 1 month is Dangi that play in Thailand 2nd division. So till now we have these 3 players. I think we have 5 female play in India and 1 female Sabrita play in Israel at the high level in Europe. So that represent us and they create a really great future prospect for Nepal. We can see that Kiran and Rohichan, there is these two players that they stay many years. Roy 10 years in Indonesia, and Kiran really was in Maldives, was in also India, and they win many trophies in India. So I believe that these two players, we need to put focus and follow them this year to be abroad, and they become professional. They do this job in total 10 months, 12 months of job, then they rest for a few and then they restart again. I believe in Nepal, Nepal players, they need to follow them, like idealize them, and then we can idealize the high level of players that can be Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. But right now there is these two players where Nepal football must idealize on them. Plus we have a lot of international players that maybe they have a passport, England passport, and they stay in England, they play in 4th division in England. So we cannot call up them, we cannot, because we need a passport of Nepal. And they stay there and they represent 4th division of England is very high level.
Of course.
Is very professional. So, but right now I think that in the football in Nepal we need to follow these two international players.
So realistically speaking, I know we're preparing for a friendly with Myanmar.
Yeah, Myanmar.
Very soon.
Very soon.
How's that looking? Do you think we'll perform well against Myanmar?
Well, Myanmar, the last result was 3-0 for them. We hope to perform much better. We hope to face one team, Nepal, this time. We have more time all together. It's my first time that I get enough time to work. Because in the last SAF champion, I was only 2 days after the league finish. This time we have enough time. 1st of August we start to stay together, to work together, and to believe that we can achieve the result in Myanmar. Important that we go up as personality, as developing our style, attacking phase. We need to go ahead and to play attractive football over there.
Is Myanmar, ranked higher
160.
160. Okay, so that's still higher than us, or?
Yeah, I mean we are 176.
So yes.
Is there any specific message you would like to give to Nepali football fans or supporters or passionate Nepali football fans?
Sure. I would love that they are focused more on our player and knowing what they all the time. Because I watch also the media all the time, they make some criticize about ENFA, and I think they must focus more on our player, what they do. When I select a player, I would love that they get more support, that my player get more support and more respect. Because if you select a player, it's only because of them quality. And they must focus on this, about other kind of stuff that is outside football.
Vincenzo, we have to go. It's been a pleasure having you on our show, and we look forward to your continued and active support to Nepali football and coaching, so that we reach bigger heights. Thank you for choosing Nepal to choose train our players.
Oh, nice.
This is a little memento from us. It says, in Nepali it says, "Tapai aunubho, हामी danga paryo." That means you came and we're very happy.
Thank you so much.
This is for you to take with you.
Thank you so much.
This is from all of us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we even consumed our injury time. I don't have a whistle to blow. But time is over.
This is also from our sponsor.
Thank
take
you.
with you
Nice.
just to have a good read.
Nice.
And thank you for coming to our show.
Thank you. Thank you.
यति भन्दै हाम्रो अतिथिलाई प्रजेश जान दिउ क्यारे हैन?
उहाँलाई सम्मान बिदा गरौँ र उहाँको काँधमा धेरै ठुलो जिम्मेवारीहरू छ। ट्रेनिङमा जानुपर्ने पनि बेला भइसक्यो होला।
भइसक्यो।
हामी एउटा सानो ब्रेक लिन्छौँ हैन त?
ब्रेक लिउँ।